And welcome back to another edition of Part 7 in this case. What if Naruto had a Zanpakuto, the Ichimonji edition? So last time, Naruto finally called out the name of his sword, Ichimonji. And because of Orochimaru's long, experience on the battlefield, he did have the innate instincts to realize, I can't let that ink touch me. I need to get out of here. Something's up. The Anbu are coming also. And he was able, and he left, but unfortunately he wasn't able to give the curse mark to Sasuke. So now we cut back to, the aftermath. The Anbu show up. They explain what happened. They said, they get the offer, all right, if we could bring you back safely, but you'll have to basically, forfeit the exams. And they basically said, no, we're not doing that. So they basically go, they find that tree that basically the roots were hollow out enough, the base was hollowed out enough they could hide under. They're getting there. The Sasuke, he's a little worse for wear, but otherwise he's fine. Mostly some chakra exhaustion and some mild physical injuries, but nothing he can't handle. Naruto, though, first time releasing Ichimonji, and particularly how powerful that sword is, obviously, and not to mention all the other, techniques he had been pulling out. This is the first time in a while that, in fact, possibly in his life, he's really suffering from some severe chakra exhaustion. But, they get in there, and Naruto just kind of like, they sit down, it's like, oh, we made it. Yeah, wait, hold on. And, he's actually kind of like shaking. You ever been so tired that when you try to move, you kind of shake a little bit? That's kind of what it is. Like, Naruto, wait up. I'm setting up a perimeter barrier. Can't be caught off guard, even no matter what. And, he's struggling just, because he wants to make the clones to set up the perimeter barrier. Well, ultimately, all of a sudden, he just feels these hands on his hands, and he goes, huh? And he sees Sakura there, and Sakura, who unfortunately wasn't really able to do anything, is just looking at this guy who she really disliked for a lot of her life, but really, she can't remember, at this point, she can't remember why. Yeah, he's loud and brash, but this is a guy who's basically stuck his neck out and, protected his, teammates and friends and all that stuff on multiple occasions, and she's just got tears in her eyes that him and Sasuke are doing so much, and she just can't do anything. So she just stops and says, Naruto, it's okay. You don't have to do everything. Me and Sasuke will protect you. It's the least you can do after you protected us. It's like, but Sakura, I can. And he's starting to kind of lose. I was like, and Sasuke actually, looks and says, Sasuke's right, Naruto. You need rest. Me and her are all right to go right now. So we can set up the seal. Remember. Or did you forget you actually showed us how to? And that's when Naruto remembers, oh yeah, he did show them. Call back and when they were walking to doing beginning of the wave mission, he showed them and told them how to do the basic barrier seal that basically allows them to know when chakra's showing up. Or chakra crosses that barrier. So, they together set up the perimeter barrier, and basically they say they're going to basically fasten it Sasuke's chakra that basically they'll keep that long because he has more of it than Sakura's and doesn't use a lot of it. They're particularly because they're not using it on an expansive level. But Naruto says, all right, but I got to do something. And he tries to get out use Ichimonji for it. He's like, I can't even use Ichimonji. Oh, man. All right, then. And he basically, just boop, gets the seals and just as quick and as efficient as he can, just and just basically, what's that? Just it's kind of a smaller version of the seal I used against. I used when we fought Haku and Zobs on the bridge. And this, I can't recall if I named a color for this one. I think I need oranges to kind of go with his chakra, like an orange blue. Let's go with green chakra. But it's really only encompassing the area they are in the tree, maybe a little outwards beyond that. And it's a very low green, and really it just kind of disappears on its own, but it's still there. Naruto just says, I'll release it when I wake back up. It should keep out any sort of weapons and any low-level jutsu, but anything probably above anything around a fireball jutsu could probably break it, so just be careful. All right, good night. And he just passes out. And, and they just look at Naruto like, when the hell did he get this powerful and start acting this freaking mature? And, and it's like, good question. It's like, that's a good question. Are you okay, Sasuke? It's like, I'm fine. I don't know what that bastard Orochimaru was going to do, but Jui probably ended up saving my life. Now I owe him. That idiot. And he's kind of holding his head because he just kind of has this phantom pain there of what might have happened. And And so we wait for the sound to show up. Meanwhile, Naruto is having an interesting conversation with Ichimonji and, Kurama in his head. He's there and he's just talking. He's like, "Oh, you did pretty well, Naruto, for activating me the first time." "Yeah, what was that exactly?" He's like, you heard my true name, Naruto. My name is Ichimonji. I am among the oldest of weapons in this world. As you know, even without releasing my name, I was able to cut the metaphysical name of anything in half, cutting its physical strength and all its power in half as well. However, my true ability is to remove the name entirely. When you summoned me, you noticed ink come out of the blade, and you instinctively knew this was part of its power. Anything my ink touches, it loses its name. It loses its name entirely. There's no true way to get it back. There's only one way to get it back, but that is an ability for another time, until you are ready to truly learn it. Yeah. But beyond that, I have other fun abilities. Of course, it'll take some time training with them before you can use them. It's like, well, will you just shut up, you old paintbrush? Oh, come now, Kurama. Don't you? This kid is quite something special. I told you not to call me that name. But it is your true name, is it not? It's like, that does not mean you've earned the right. Only one ever had the right to call me by my name, and that was the one who gave it to me in the first place. You mean the sixth sage? And the fox is just looking at Ichimonji now, who again, because it's Ichibei, has this bear just like, yeah, what you gonna do, bitch? Look on his face, just like, be very careful what you say. And Naruto finally says, why are you like this, Fox? I mean, what do I have to do to earn the right to say your name? And the Fox just looks at Naruto like, you're kidding, right? And by the way, you'll notice I'm not doing my real Kurama voice, which is a bit closer to what we get in the dub, because that just kills my voice. No, I'm doing just obviously it's clearly Kurama voice. You're joking, right? And he's like, no, I mean, seriously, look, we're stuck together. I mean, whether you like it or not. I mean, unless you want me to release a seal, but I think I know you at least well enough to realize that's probably not the smartest idea. And he kind of actually gets a chuckle, like, perhaps you're not as dumb as I thought. What exactly do you want from me? Well, I mean, that's what I'm asking you. I mean, you don't want me to call you by your real name, but you clearly don't like it when I call you a fox either. Which the fox is actually like, okay, you got to put. It's like, don't talk to me at all about that. Look, we're stuck together, so we might as well try to get along and work together. And Ichimonji says, after all, you did offer him a bit of your chakra with Orochimaru. I did that. He did that on instinct, drawing upon the negative emotion. Drawing upon more of his negative emotions makes it easier for my power to influence him. Negative emotions? Like, really? It's like, because I was just trying to protect Sasuke and Sakura that whole time. And even then, I wasn't able to do much. That's because your body could barely handle even a fraction of my power. I mean, but I still was able to use it regardless, right? It's like, so, I mean, look, what can I do to make this better? What can I do? Can I, change the seal up or something like that? And Fox is just like, you really think you could change the seal? That brush of yours may be for sealing, but you are no seal master brat. It's like, well, then I'll just become one, and I'll do something that'll make your stay here easier on both of us. Heck, maybe I can even figure out a way to actually get you out of here someday, without you causing any havoc or without me causing me any injury. Because Naruto actually is surprisingly very inside, like, because I'm not stupid, Kurama, or I'm not stupid. I know if I release you from my seal, it's probably not going to be very good on me either. To which Box is now just looking at him. So, and then Naruto just gives it, believe it. Maybe one day I'm going to help you out. Nine Tails, believe it. And Ichimonji's actually just very quiet, just looking, and he's just stroking his beard. He's a very interesting boy indeed. He's just got a smile on his face, and the fox is just surprised by what Naruto's like, because he can sense no, this is like when when Naruto basically said, one day I hope to rid you of all your hate too, and you can see a look on the fox's face like, what are you? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? And the fox is just looking at him. It's different though. It's not like Naruto basically put that seal. What happened when Naruto basically put that giant seal on him. But here it's more just like Naruto's just like, yeah, and he's again the fox has sense no ill intent or whatever, and he just starts laughing. You're not, and he just looks like you're a fool, brat, but you're not. If you're nothing if not interesting. Very well. And all of a sudden, this little, this marker with the kanji for fox shows up in his mindscape saying, if you should never need access to my chakra, focus on that seal. It'll give you the maximum amount your body can handle for the time being. Of course, if you want me to take over, then please draw more. So then Archer's like, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I mean, I wasn't able to beat that snake bastard, but I can't say you weren't beneficial, and you don't have and you certainly are powerful. I give you that. And again, the fox is uncomfortable with this these compliments. Like, the hell are you doing compliment? Anyway, get out of here, brat. There's something going on. Indeed, it seems we have company. And sure enough, Naruto wakes up. Now, that's obviously been a lot of hours. He's had enough time to rest. Naruto wakes up hearing the commotion outside. Now, to backtrack real quick, the sound obviously found Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto like they did originally. But when they tried coming in, can Sasuke come out and play? And, they're just kind of staying because they don't want to break, because if they try to get out of the barrier, they're going to break the barrier as well. So, very well, and they basically just, throw a kunai, they throw kunai like an explosive note. And unfortunately, the explosive note on there does break the barrier, but they do see the barrier cracks. Like, oh, barrier, huh? Not a very strong. And I believe it's Zaku was his name, the one, the vacuum pumps or vacuum waves technique. Not a very good barrier if that little thing was about to destroy it. And then Sasuke comes out and is like, well, okay, what do you want? What do you sound bastards want? And they're both like, wait, you're okay. And wait, don't you have the curse mark? And where's your curse mark? Curse mark? What the hell are you talking? What exactly are you talking about? Lord Orochimaru, he did not give you the curse mark as he intended. So that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to put some sort of mark on me, like a seal. Sorry to disappoint you, but that never happened, courtesy of the sleeping idiot in there. That's a line I actually like from one of the fanfics I've read in the past, where it's like, yeah, no, that didn't happen, thanks to the idiot sleeping in there. And Sakura gets up, yeah, we're not letting you get in here. And then Sasuke's got his Sharingan activated. And this immediately causes hesitation from Dosu, because he's like, this wasn't part of the plan. Keen also is like, I don't know. But Azaku doesn't give a shit. He's like, whatever, we'll just kill you right now. Vacuum pump. Wait, Zaku, don't. And, just throws the vacuum pump. I think it's called vacuum wave in this case, because vacuum pump is the Hyuga technique. Vacuum wave, slicey vacuum wave. And, they have to get out of there. And, Sasuke immediately just, comes in, summons kunai from his hand, just kind of like Naruto does. He doesn't keep anywhere near the stores of kunai, because Naruto has just more complex seals than he does. But he still keeps the kunai. Don't get me wrong. Sasuke later down the line definitely did. But early series Sasuke definitely has like a couple dozen in there, but he doesn't have Naruto's like hundreds of them. Took a lot of effort to get that amount of kunai too. But Naruto, is a master of, scavenging and all that. So Naruto has a lot in there. But he still is able to, just... Is that the best you got? It's like, oh, I guess we're fighting. And all of a sudden, Dosu and Keen are like, see cherry blossoms, and they're just like, get out of here. And now they slice the cherry blossoms, and more cherry blossoms show up. It's like, what is it? It's genjutsu. And all of a sudden, Sakura comes in, just boom, smashes Keen right in the face, just, and just clocks her right out. Because Sakura's, as much as I shit on Sakura, and I do it for a reason, because Sakura's, especially part 1 and then the second half of part 2, really sucked. She wasn't a slouch, surprisingly, when it came to actually delivering like a straight-out punch. I mean, she floored Naruto plenty of times. To be fair, they weren't actually fighting, and he wasn't defending himself. But still, she does have physical capability, surprisingly. It's just not to the point where she should have been. But she still just knocks out. Yeah, it's like, oh. And Zaku's also just struggling a bit. She's like, you. And then finally, Sasuke gets hit some with the ninja wire. Just, damn it. And just whoop, boom. And then finally, the sound are just pretty much defeated up until Sasuke and Sakura are just, chitting the chat a little bit. And she's like, all right, now get out of here. You give us your scroll and get out of here. You don't want any of this. And all of a sudden, Sasuke, are you okay? And then they're just, and all of a sudden they're down, they're and just throwing up all everything, and they just look up and they can see it's like, you really are troublesome, aren't you? But still, the fact of the matter is, I'm probably the one you should have taken out first. And it's like, you see, my gauntlet transmits sound, and I can manipulate that sound with my chakra, including siphoning it all the way into your inner ear. And once that's compromised, your balance, motor skills, everything is just completely distorted and thrown to the wayside. No, but I must admit, you almost had me there. I was almost willing to give you the scroll, but I guess you really aren't worth Orochimaru's time. And he pulls out a kunai, getting ready to take them out, and all of a sudden, as he's about to, bring the kunai down, he just suddenly feels a boom, boom, boom. As excuse me, and who are you exactly? It's like, what? And there's Naruto there with Ichimonji, not released by him, just in Brushboard, but he's there. And for some reason, even though he's technically the shortest of the group, he's standing very imposing towards Dos. Like, you're that little fox brat. It's like, fox brat. And then Orochimaru warned us about Naruto. It's like, oh, so you know my name? Awesome. What are you doing with my teammates? It's like, Naruto, you're up. Like, hey, sorry about that, guys, but thanks for letting me rest up. I got it from here. No, I don't think you understand. You probably only just woke up, so you don't know what I can do, can you? Oh, let me show you. And then just things like, oh, you mean that little weird noise you're making right now? And just, what? And now, keep in mind, remember, he does actually wear 2 of these, but he's a little taken back. He's like, why is this not working? It's like, and he just suddenly holds Ichimonji right towards Dosu's head. Just like, and he basically he's got him basically kind of holding it to the neck, but with his brush. My brush here, Ichimonji, has many abilities. His primary one is to cut the name of something in half. Metaphysically speaking, of course, but at the same time, physically, of course, but their name is what gives you power. Cut the name in half, and half that power is gone. Now, what do you think would have happened if I touched your gauntlet about 3 times, huh? And he realizes that your gauntlet's no longer a gauntlet. In fact, your gauntlet, because you cut a gauntlet's name in half, you're rounding it down, it goes to gon, then it goes to ga for the second hit, then it goes to j, or j. That gauntlet is no longer a gauntlet. It's nothing more than a G. And if you don't want the same to happen, you'll basically give up right now. Keen's barely getting up, and she can see what's going on. It's like, and then Naruto again takes on that kind of Ichibei trait where the eyes just go white a little bit. Unless you want me to take your name. To be fair, I've only done it one time. It was on that bastard Mizuki. And I wouldn't mind doing it on someone threatening my teammates after all. And Do's like, take it. Take the scroll. We'll leave in peace. Take the scroll. Because it's just Naruto just freaks him out right now. It's like, smart. That's a smart choice. Hey, and which reminds me, and they just reveals the scroll. It's like, that's what the scroll was? And it's like, hey, we got both scrolls. It's like, no, are you guys okay? You realize, yeah, we're fine. We'll be okay. And so they basically, and to be fair, Lee basically was watching, Lee and the sound tree, or the Ina Chikacho, were watching this whole time because they did show up for that. And they realized, they saw just how powerful what Naruto did, and what he explained. And, that's what that thing does? Holy crap. It's like, Naruto's way stronger than we ever could have imagined. Where did he get that thing from? It's like, unbelievable. Perhaps I should have challenged Naruto to a fight after all. I can't wait to fight him later on. But they're not going to basically attack the Team 7. After they get their shit together, they head straight to the tower. And so now they get a couple days to rest. They meet up with Team 8. They greet each other. Kiba's cocky. Shina's just, aloof. Hinata's trying her best not to faint around Naruto, and finding weird that Naruto's actually openly weird, but happy that he's openly talking with her, trying to get to know. It's like, And he actually does. They go to their food cart. He gets ramen. They actually sit down and just have a talk. She's eating a cinnamon. Like, do you like cinnamon? Like, oh, that's Hinata actually Brand's like, oh, they're my favorite. I love them. It's like, oh, and she's like, oh, I didn't even say, no, I love ramen. And a cinnamon roll, I do love cinnamon. I mean, the same way with ramen. And cinnamon bun rolls are really good, too. It's like, I mean, what can I have one? And Hinata actually gives them, it's like, it's okay, Naruto. You can have my cinnamon roll. It's like, you know what? Maybe I'll just get one of my own. Is that okay? It's like, okay, yep. It's like, don't. It's like, I love you, Naruto, but cinnamon rolls are no. Don't touch my cinnamon. Like, I can see you not actually. I can see you're not doing like a weird Naruto thing of that. Saying, I love it. Don't touch them. It's like, oh God, maybe I came on strong. Maybe I should have given him one. Oh God, no. It's like, no, it's okay. I got a couple of my own too. It's all right. And they know he's sharing them with them, and they're just having a nice time. Sakura is a little just taken back by this too. Just like, huh? I was like, they're getting along a lot better. Is he picking up on the fact she likes him? And for some reason, even though she likes Sasuke very much, obviously she's, I can't stand it. Sure you are. But even though she still very much has a crush on Sasuke, she can't help but feel a little jealous because she wishes, more so that Naruto's not just giving her attention, but Sasuke doesn't give her that attention. Obviously, also there's the Sand trio, and Gaara and they see Team 7 there, and they look, and Naruto can sense that there is something about Gaara, like something about Gaara is off. And because he's now on a bit better terms with the Fox actually, finally speaks up for her. She's like, it's that blasted Tanuki. It's like, what? And he briefly said, all you need to know is you're about to meet you may soon meet one of my brethren, Naruto. Brethren? And Ichimonji does chime in, like, he speaks of the tail beast, Naruto. And if what he's, the little that he said makes me believe that he might be, as you are the container for the 9-tailed fox, he is container of the 1-tailed Tanuki, or the Shikaku. It's like, Shikaku? That explains it. And he explains a little bit of the history of Shikaku, and, why he's so, the fact he's basically bloodlust crazy. And then Naruto just explains that. And Naruto just looks over at them, and they're kind of looking back at Team 7, and particularly at Naruto, who's now looking at them. And Naruto does something that basically throws them all off and goes, hey, guys. It's like, hey, what's up? And, even Gaara's like, is he talking? And Conqueror's like, is he talking to us? It's like, Tamari's maybe was like, well, maybe he's talking to me. After all, I am the cute one here. I am the cutest of the three of us. To be quiet. I think he was talking to all of us. Yeah, why? I have no idea though. And he just kind of walks away, and Conqueror's just like, yeah, right. And he's like, why is he waving at us? And Tamari's like, I don't know. He's not bad looking though, that's for certain. And so everyone finally shows up, and we get into the actual exam. Now, actually, I will go a little bit longer because I can sum up the exams pretty easy here. Because I get a certain amount of people who ask, say, well, you should do it this way because it's random. True, it was randomized, but not within the context of retelling a story with a change in the story with a what if. Nothing changes in the story that would change the outcome naturally that happened in the actual story. If we were missing some people or different people were there, then we would be talking a different lineup. But it's still the same lineup. So I can't remember the name of guy that Sasuke fought, but Sasuke basically quickly beats him a lot faster, getting Ninja Wire, holding him at bay, and then basically just lion barraging him. There you go. We do need to address, though, the Shino-Zaku thing, because Zaku has both his arms. So does that change the outcome? Well, Shino's got to be more in the defense. He does. But ultimately, I think he still does the same thing he did in the original. Just clog up the tubes in his arms and blow him up. Sakura versus Ino, though. That one is a bit different. Sakura's definitely got a bit more edge to her in this. Not much, but a bit more edge. And she does know at least one genjutsu. And what I think she does to implement that when I think she implements that genjutsu, is basically, because I do believe the fight is still relatively the same, although she's putting a bit more effort into physicality. Ino basically holds her there with a chakra, cutting her hair, but just as she's about to do the mind transfer jutsu, Sakura activates the cherry blossom jutsu. And Ino is just like, wait, it's genjutsu? When did she learn genjutsu? And because of that, the focus on her chakra, on Sakura, she loses that because in order to dispel a genjutsu, you have to dispel it with your own chakra. And because she already has a steady chakra line on Sakura, she basically has to break that hold briefly. And basically, when that happens and she breaks that hold and has to dispel it, basically when she dispels it, she just sees Sakura's fist say, yeah, boom, and just basically just haymakers her. Just boom. Just, and Ino's just like trying to get up, just like, you. And then one last surprising fact, just like Sasuke and Naruto, she's got a kunai. She's got a little seal on her honestly, I don't know if she'd put it on her. I don't know if she'd put like the seal tattoo on her hand. I could see her like having a wristband. So let's just say wristband. And I don't keep anywhere near as much of this stuff as Sasuke and Naruto do on call. But I can't lie, storage seals are really useful if you keep them on your person. And she's just like, give up. It's like, she beat me. I can't. Darn it! No! And then finally, just boom, and she just basically does it, and boom, kind of knocks her out, and just the winner is Sakura. Ino is unable to fight. The winner is Sakura Haruno. It's like, I did it! Yeah, Sakura! Yes! And even Sasuke, gives Sakura a look like, nice. It's like, Sha! There you go. And then finally, Naruto and Kiba. Now that one, I think we're actually going to start on. I think we'll start on Naruto and Kiba because we're already at the 26-minute mark, and I can tell you that fight will have to go. The explanation of fighting will have to go on longer than the little bit of time I would have left. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could go longer, but I like to keep them generally between 20 and 30 minutes, and 25 is usually that sweet marker. So anyway, I digress. That's where we're leaving off part 7. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. Do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.